Hello there, guys. Today I want to talk about the new threats in the new meta. Whew, I think this is a really important topic to understand where Blackwings are standing right now, and also I'm going to go through how to interrupt, where to interrupt. So yeah, I have a couple of deck lists from last weekend's tournament. There was a big tournament around my neighborhood, not neighborhood, my locals. Like we were like 120 people, so you could say it was like a regional. I also attended there, but because I just got released from the hospital and went straight to the tournament, so I wasn't even prepared for anything. Like my deck was still uh ready for, like, it was still from the last format, so I sucked and I wasn't concentrated enough. So I think I was at the end top 20 or something. Yeah, well, like only because I lost the last game. If I would have won the last game, then I would be like top 8, even though I was not even prepared. But that's a good sign. That's a good sign for Blacklist, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, before we start, I have to say something about this meta. In this meta, I feel like hand traps are completely dominating the game. It's crazy. Like, so many decks can play so many different hand traps. Like, it's insane, insane. Besides that, a card that came back, like a ball breaker that came back that wasn't used in the last format, is Dark Will No More. Dark Will No More is like probably like one of the go-to side deck cards that you have to play, and maybe even made it. I'm not sure. We'll see in the future. But Dark Will No More is completely dominating so many decks. I'm also going to show you like against which decks Dark Will is nice. And yeah, okay. Let's just go on and look at the top 8 best decks from this regional, because it's so many different decks, So let's check that out. Alright, the first deck, top 8 deck, is something that I was not expecting. Is a Sprite Tri-Brigade. In my honest opinion, it is like the worst version to play Sprite, in my opinion. Okay, I might be wrong, but I feel like it's a big brain deck. It's not something for the average player. Like, you really need to be concentrated how to play with this deck. Otherwise, you're just gonna kill yourself by locking yourself from summoning monsters. So yeah, this deck can play here. How many? 5, 6, 8, 8, 9 hand traps. 9 hand traps plus tactics. With driver, it's, yeah, we can say almost 12, 13 hand traps. That's really cool. As you can see, like, hand traps are completely dominating this deck. Like, every good deck has at least like 9 to 15, 16 hand traps. It's insane. It's really insane. Okay, so Tri-Brigade is one of the decks that I was not expecting, but it seems like it's making comeback. It's making comeback because people are slowly getting away from Kashtira, so you're not going to see a lot of Kashtira's decks anymore. What that means is the graveyard is now back, and decks that are relying on graveyards like Mathematic, Dragon Link, whatever, like those kind of decks are coming back. That's one thing. Alright, let's check out the next deck. Top 7 from that tournament was Runic Twin Sprite. That's also a deck I feel like it's really okay. Like, it's like in my matchup, I think like in the black matchup it's not like that big of a deal. But this deck is actually playing 4 kaijus, okay, and those 4 kaijus are actually really, really good in this deck. And this is gonna make a big change, especially like playing against Blackwings. This is huge. And yeah, so where you want to interrupt in Sprite, Evil Twin Sprite, is basically just like in any other Sprite deck. It's like Sprint or Gigantic. Those are like the 2 cards that you really want to interrupt. And because once you hit one of those 2 cards, they cannot go for like a bigger board anymore. So yeah, that's one thing that you want to do. Like me personally, I realized that negating the Huggin or whatever, like, never makes sense. It almost never makes sense. So don't do that. Don't fall for the Huggin. And yeah, and also I also don't really care about the Evil Twins that much. So yeah, I'm also interrupting the Sprint, Gigantic, and usually that's enough for me. Or like best case scenario, just hard draw the Dark Will No More, and then should also be fine. Alright, let's check out top 6. Top 6 was actually Purrely. It's okay because it's like the first tournament that people are playing Purrely, and it's already made top 6. Purrely is something that's Trust me, you're gonna see a lot of Purrely in the future, guys. You're gonna see a lot of Purrely. It can play a lot of hand traps. It's so consistent. It never breaks. This deck never breaks. Like literally, it never breaks. And if you don't know how to interrupt in this deck, then you are screwed. Basically, Imperm Ash doesn't do anything. Okay, what you would like to interrupt is the continuous spell, which is Purrely my friend. Okay, this card right here, Purrely my friend Purrely. Sorry, Purrely my friend, or my friend Purrely. You want to ogre that. Okay, but be careful. If there's not a single monster on the field yet, and he only activates the Purrely my friend, it could be a bait because he might have Gamma on his hand. If he does, like, it's up to you guys. You can ogre that and like maybe get Gammat. But if the ogre goes through and you can destroy the Purrely my friend, then there's not much that they are going to do like after that. That's one thing. Or you can also ogre the Lily, or the Lily, the Purrely. You can ogre that or Gamma that. Okay, so that's also one thing. Droll is also not so bad against this deck. Like it can hit this deck really good. Droll in general is like a really good hand trap for this new format. Also against Sprite, also against whatever. Like Ogre is very good. Droll is very good. Droll and Ogre in general. But yeah, like I said, just be careful that if they start with Purrely my friend, expect them to have Gamma on the hand. Expect them, but yeah, like it's up to you, man. Like it's 50-50 of a chance. Like it's really hard. Okay, let's check out top 5. Oh, before I want to continue, like if you feel that Purrely go full combo, what they basically doing is building this here, this Purrely Noir, I think his name. Yeah, they're trying to build this this dude and make him just like indestructible arm master, unaffected, and with a high defense with at least like 4,800 defense points. So almost like the indestructible arm master. Plus, in addition, it's gonna have like quick effects to shuffle back 2 cards from your opponent's field and whatever. Like he's gonna have so many additional effects depending on what's attached to him. So this dude is crazy. But if you have like a kaiju whatever, then you already won the game. Like one kaiju is enough and you won that game. So easy. Yeah, Dark Ruler, I would not side Dark Ruler against this deck. It does nothing. Dark Ruler does not do anything against this deck. Alright, let's go on to top 5. Okay, so Mannadium is a deck that I did not even know about this deck before a couple days ago. Like I didn't, like, only when I was opening the packs I realized that this deck is a thing. And like I did not have this on my watch, but this deck is actually pretty solid, man. It is also like kind of like a synchro board or like full Omni Negate board deck that can a deck that builds like just like Emancipator, Super Heavy Samurai, or whatever. Just try to build up a lot of negates. In addition, it will usually have this trap card set, and this trap card, Mannadium Reframing. If they have this trap card, then Dark Will No More will not always be enough to win, because this card right here, what it does is when a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated while you control a synchro monster, negate the activation. Then if you have Visa Frost or a monster with 1,500 attack on your field or on your graveyard, you can destroy that negated card. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard and target up to 3 Mannadium monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into deck. You can only use each effect once per turn. Okay, so this trap card is also like really disgusting. And yeah. But where do you want to interrupt in this deck? In this deck, you usually want to destroy with Ogre or whatever the Mannadium Rhymeheart, this card right here. Try to ogre this one or imp it or whatever it is. If you can do that, then usually it's enough. Usually, not always, but usually. This deck is also insane because it can also play so many hand traps. Like as you can see, we have here 12, yeah, 12 hand traps, man. This is crazy. As you can see, like all the good decks they play at least 12 hand traps, board breakers, whatever it is. It's really insane. Really insane. Alright, let's check out top 4. And of course, branded is back. Like branded is something that will never disappear. I feel like it always kind of makes comebacks. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter what the situation or what the meta looks like. It's always there. It's always there. And as you can see, branded has got some new support with the Despian Lulu Valalit, yeah, whatever, and also the Albion, the Incandescent Drag. I can't say that name. Okay, but it got some support. It got a little bit better than before. Also plays now the Guiding Queen, the Virtuous, and yeah, basically like. I mean, as long as you have like an Ash on the branded fusion, you should be fine. Honestly, like if you do that, then you should be fine. But sometimes if they have like a good hand, then an Ash is not enough. But yeah, yeah, it is what it is. Like it's just branded. Nothing has changed there that much. Yeah, but yeah, just keep them on your watch. Like branded is one of the reasons why I will always have Ashes on my side, because this deck is just so it can catch you off guard, right? It can catch you off guard, so always expect at least one match against branded. Otherwise, they can just yes. Okay. Top 3 from the tournaments was Rikka. And Rikka is also a deck that I did not have on my watch list. Like I did not expect this deck to hit like that bad, like that hard that it was. And I didn't do any preparations. Not a single preparation. I have no idea what to interrupt, what to do, and for some reason, like this deck always it just keeps on going. It just never stops. It's really crazy. Yeah, but I feel like the right card to interrupt is this Sunseed Twin. If you can just interrupt the Sunseed Twin when it gets summoned, you should be fine. I think so. I hope so. This is one thing. Or you can also try with the Son of Valon Dryas, but usually they're gonna have so much more backup, so that's not always going to be enough. I feel like the Sunseed Twin might be the go-to interruption, but yeah. And if you go first against this deck, they can also play a lot of hand taps, board breakers. Like as you can see, like a good deck nowadays always gonna have 9 to 15 hand chest ball breakers. It's insane. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like this format is dominated by ball breakers and hand traps. Okay, next up, top 2. Kashtira is making not a return, but like people started like I don't know what happened, but they slowly like people slowly go away from Kashtira and start to play like more Superheavy Samurai or Purrely. But like if Kashtira doesn't get hit from the ban list, it's gonna be a big problem. This deck is going to be a big problem. Why? Because it's the best deck to play on the shifter. And if like I feel like every Kashtira deck should main shifter right now, because shifter wins against every deck. Like literally, it wins against every deck. So Kashtira could like I don't know. People be saying that Superheavy Samurai might be like the best deck, or Purrely might be this best deck, but I feel like if a good Kashtira deck is still going to dominate, man, like Shifter is insane. I'm telling you, man, Shifter is woo. And ultimately, the Shifter takes out almost every deck. Yeah, Shifter takes out almost every deck. And yeah, and then it can also play so many hand traps and whatever. This friend over here, shout out to Antonio, my brother. This is his deck list. He's making like big progress with Kashtira, man. It's crazy. Like a couple of weeks ago, he was like, I want to be honest, he was not like a good player, but he spent so much time with this deck, invested so much, that now I can say legit he is actually a really solid good player now. So huge shout out to him, man. Like he came from here and he is now over there somewhere. So big progress and huge shout out to him, man. Good job, man. Good job. And yeah, let's move on to the best deck from this local. It's not a local tournament. Like it was 120 people. That's a big ass tournament. Okay, the top deck from this tournament is Superheavy Samurai. Wow. Okay, this deck is insane. First of all, huge shout out to one of my friends, Carl. This is his deck profile. Carl is one of the best players in our local. So huge shout out to him, and he has topped so many regionals, so many whatever. Like yeah, he's a really good player. And that was I think his first or second time playing with this deck, and he already won like this big ass tournament. And as you can see, Super Heavy Samurai is the deck that can play the most hand traps. He's playing right now, I think 17 hand traps. Is it 7, 6, 9, 12, 15? The fuck? Okay, he's playing 15 hand traps with driver. It's 16, I think. Yeah, 16 with driver. That is insane. Oh shit, sorry, 17. 17 together with Ghost Moaner. 17 hand traps. And driver is 18. That is insane. That is insane. I have never seen a deck that can play up to 18 hand traps. That is crazy. Where do you want to interrupt in Super Heavy Samurai? Basically, you could interrupt the Wakaushi. Once this card is set in the Pendulum Zone, you can Ghost Ogre that. But be careful. If he doesn't have a monster on his field yet, then this might be a bait for Gamma. He might has Gamma on his hand, and then, yeah, man, just gotta expect Gamma. And if you're afraid of Gamma, then the next card to like Ogre or Negate would be the Link Monster over here. When he activates effect, he would try to summon summon one monster from his graveyard that will point to the zone where he points, like to the summon to the zone where he I can't. It's gonna summon a monster where he points at. Okay. Well, if you ogre that, he cannot summon it because it's not on the field. So if he can ogre that, it should be fine. It should be fine. Okay. And yeah. So if you want to use your ogre, do it on the Scarecrow or on the Wakaushi. It might be better to ogre the Wakaushi, but just keep in mind they're always gonna have like something like Gamma on their hand. And if they do, you are screwed. Yeah. And this deck is insane, man. This deck is insane. So many hand traps. But oh yeah, besides that, if you don't have like anything, if you don't have any hand traps or whatever, then just Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler is going to take out this deck easily. Or Droll. Droll, Dark Ruler, Ogre. Yeah. That should be fine. That's it, guys. I hope this video was helpful for you guys to understand like the new meta, what's coming next, and whatsoever. Like, yeah, man. I like this, man. I like this because like we're not gonna see so many like always the same decks. It's gonna change from match to match. You will not play 3 times in a row against the same deck, and I like that. This is what Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be like. So yeah, I like that. I really do. Okay, guys. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any feedback on what I could do better next time while like talking this video, whatever, then please let me know. And yeah, this format is going to be pain in the ass, man. Like I got hit so often, like in the same game, same turn. I'm going first. I'm getting hit with first Gamma, and then getting hit with Ogre. Happened so many times, man. So many times. That's crazy. That is really crazy. So alright guys, thanks for watching. I love you all. Please take care of yourself and peace out.